Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Midi Mix. Today I'm going to be showing you and all your friends how to create a simple song using Apple's GarageBand for iPhone. So let's jump right into it.
So if you're an absolute beginner, you might start off with a page that looks a little bit like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over and press tracks. Now we're going to go, I go to the drums first. We're going to go click the drums and go to the beat sequencer. So once you're loaded into the beat sequencer, there's going to be a little button on the top. You're going to click that and go over here and look for a drum kit you want to pick. Now I know there's not going to be a whole lot of options, but you can download packs later. I'm going to go for a Roland CR70H sound. So I clicked on the bottom to get rid of the little preset. And then if you go to the little gear at the top, you can choose your BPM. That's the tempo of the song and how fast it's going to be. We're going to go for a little mid-range song. So I'm going to start by putting the kick on the first bar, I guess, and then the snare on the second at the first. So that's usually how beats are set up. That's your one on your four on the floor or whatever. So here I'm putting the hi-hats down in this area, and that's going to be creating a simple beat. We're going to listen to this. We can add some variation with the hi-hats and the snares. You can even do it with the kick, but you can set it up. That's your basic beat that way. So we're going to record, and we're going to listen to this. So now that we did that, we're going to go to the track itself, and I'm going to cut it at the 5. Well, it's actually 4 bars. And I'm going to go press, and I'm going to loop it. That way, if that's what you have, then you're going to listen to the whole thing. Like, it's going to loop. So it's going to sound like this. That way you don't have to record the whole thing. It's just a little cheat. So once we're here, back at this little menu thing, I'm going to go click at the arrow at the bottom left corner. And that's going to bring me to where the keyboard is going to be. It's right next to the drums. So I go to Alchemy Synth. And here we have our keyboard. Now, this is on the top left, you can click and pick what sound you want. I'm picking a different synth in this, but I'm just showing you what this sounds like. At the top right, there's going to be that little like square thing, and that's where you can pick up the chords if you don't know how to play the piano already, which I don't. So once you go to the settings, you can go edit chords, and you can pick out what chords sound nice. Now, it'd be nice if they were like in the same key, but that's going to take time to learn that stuff. So I picked out an A7 suspended, and then an E minor 7, and then a G add 9. So I'm going to show you a little thing that I made here. I'm going to press my metronome and record. So now that we have it, we're going to listen and we're going to see that it's a little offbeat at times, but fret not, because there's a really simple solution on how to get your mix on beat every time. So we're going to go press that button up there. I don't forget what it is, settings or whatever. Go to quantization, and I'm going to go 1/16. That's the 16th note. So every 16th it's going to be on bar. So here it is. So now as we're listening, you can hear that it's more clean, it's on beat. You're not going to have as much of a little delay or any timing problems. So that'll help a lot of beginners. All right, so this way is a little harder, but you're going to go here again, and you're going to click your bass. I do notes because I play guitar, so I feel like it's a little easier for me to do this, but sometimes, if you can do an autoplay thing. So I'm going to mess around here and figure out something I like and record it. But I'm going to show you an easier way, but I'm just showing you the way I do it. So I'm just going to play this little thing here. I'll come back. Alright, so there I messed up a little bit, but it's no problem because we can use the loop and the cut and all that fancy stuff I showed you. So I'm gonna listen back, I'm gonna hear for a mistake, and I'm just gonna mess around with this for a little bit. Like I said, there's a way easier way to do this, but this is just how I do it, so I figured I would just show it just anyway. So I'm gonna loop here, and I'm gonna listen back, realize I don't like it, so I'm just gonna cut it down. I quantized it there. I ended up only liking like the first bar, so I just ended up looping the first bar, or I guess the second bar, whatever. I think I do go for like a sequence bass here, but you can kind of pick more. If you use the keyboard to do your bass, you have way more options, and so that's the way I'm going to show you after. But you can always just add this to the keyboard. Like any green is going to translate to anything that's like, I could put this on the low res keys above and it would still work. But yeah, so I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to listen back, realize I don't like it, yada, yada, yada. End up just looping the first two bars, and then I'll get back to you once I show you how to do the new way. So yeah. So here's a little bit of an easier way. I'm going to go pick out a bass that I liked. I picked the warm 70s bass just because I don't know, like the tone. And I'm going to go back to the Alchemy synth, and we're going to have that autoplay keyboard thing up. Again, the same chords, yada, yada, yada. See the autoplay there? You can mess around with that and see what you like. Okay, I picked 3. Now I'm going to play this little thing with the same chords that I use at the same time. Metronome on, let's go. Okay, so now that we have that, I believe I end up like just combining these because they don't sound too bad together. And so yeah, there's that. I bounced that to the left, I bounced the other one to the right, or whatever, the opposite. And then I think I threw some reverb on the drums just to make it more spacey sounding. And that's kind of like how you do a simple beat. I'm gonna get a Snapchat here from my friend's girlfriend. And so that's a little simple beat you got there. And if you want to add leads or anything that I've done here, you can apply to anything. So like, if you wanted to use that autoplay thing, you can do that with a lead, or you know what I mean? Like you can just combine everything. So, yep. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know. I can do more. I can do like a mixing video if you guys want to learn how to mix. But this is just how I do things. It's right or wrong. I don't really care. That's that. And so I'll see you. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed.